What does it mean to be a lifelong student, and can online learning replace physical institutions? Citibank brings you insights from a recent webinar for clients, where we spoke to Professor Pauline Strawn, Dean of Students at the Singapore Management University, and Aisha Khanna, CEO and co-founder of Addo AI.
Education is no longer just reserved for young people. So the half-life of knowledge is this term that was coined by Fritz Matschulp in 1962 to describe the time it takes for half the knowledge in any particular domain to be superseded. And consultants today tell us that the half-life of most learned skills is about 5 years. So that suggests that we continue to retrain ourselves. Now, Ayesha, in some of your earlier interviews, you did talk about being a lifelong student. So can you share your experience with us?
I'm currently doing my PhD, submitting finally after 6 years in 2 months. And it was the best thing that I could have done after 15 years on Wall Street. This kind of nudging everyone after their graduate degree to continue to acquire skills is critical. And people call it resilience.
Professor, have you seen an increase in mature students in Asia or even globally? And if yes, is it just technology that's driving that change?
Certainly it's on the rise, and I think it's very simply put, demographic shift. Now we're retiring later. You spend a lot of time working, and you are going to very likely witness significant changes in the world that you live in. The course that you take towards learning new skills, it must be a purposeful journey. It must be something that you want to do, you plan ahead, you scan the horizon, and then you go for it. Then you learn well.
Now, partly linked to education for working professionals is, of course, the concept of online learning. Yet, but at the same time, it could potentially challenge how a lot of parents traditionally think about learning for the younger generation. What is the effectiveness and viability of online learning?
I think the university of the future will be one that's more networked and distributed. MIT, Yale, they're setting up satellite campuses everywhere. There is really no substitute for people getting together, sitting together and debating, brainstorming. This whole idea of testing your assumptions is the foundation of knowledge. And that is more than acquisition of information.
I totally agree that we cannot replace that, with that, small classroom setting. Learning is not just about dissemination of content. It is about learning how to work with each other, appreciating how you can function as a group.
With the Citigold Total Wealth Advisor, your relationship manager can help you set up and track your education goal. Please speak to a Citigold relationship manager today.